Ever wondered what happens inside a drop of molten metal, right at the atomic level? We usually think of matter in three simple states: solid, liquid, and gas. In solids, atoms are neatly ranged and locked in place. In gases, they fly around freely. But liquids? Liquids are a whole different story. Inside a liquid, atoms are in constant, chaotic motion, like a massive crowd jostling through a busy city street. It's this complexity that has made liquids, especially the moment they transition into a solid, one of the great mysteries of science. But what if I told you that within that chaotic atomic dance, some atoms aren't moving at all? Imagine a droplet of liquid metal, heated to incredibly high temperatures. You'd expect every single atom to be zipping around. But researchers from the University of Nottingham and the University of Ulm, Germany, have discovered something that turns this idea on its head. Using one of the most advanced microscopes in the world, they found that even in a molten, superheated state, some atoms stay completely still, pinned in place. This isn't just a quirky observation, it's a discovery that has led to a brand new, never-before-seen state of matter, the corralled supercooled liquid. This finding could revolutionize everything from the way we create new materials to the development of cleaner, more efficient technologies. So, how did they even see this? Peering into the atomic world isn't easy. The team used a groundbreaking technique involving a transmission electron microscope. Think of it as the ultimate magnifying glass, powerful enough to see individual atoms. They started with tiny nanoparticles of metals like platinum, gold, and palladium, placing them on an incredibly thin sheet of graphene. This graphene sheet acted like a tiny, high-tech stovetop. They heated the nanoparticles until they melted into liquid droplets, and then they watched. As expected, most of the atoms began to move rapidly. What was holding them? It turns out these atoms were strongly attached to specific points on the graphene support, places called point defects. It's like they found a perfect anchor, and this bond was so strong that it persisted even at scorching hot temperatures. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The electron beam of the microscope itself, which they were using just to see the atoms, started playing an active role. This is where we see the strange, dual nature of quantum mechanics in action. Electrons can act like waves, which is how the microscope creates an image. But they can also act like particles, delivering tiny punches of momentum. These electron punches could actually create more of these anchor points, or defects, on the graphene. By focusing the beam, the scientists realized they could control how many atoms got pinned down. They had found a way to manipulate the liquid at the atomic level. This level of control opened the door to a whole new set of experiments. What happens to a liquid when you start pinning its atoms in place? The researchers found that these stationary atoms have a massive influence on how the liquid solidifies or freezes. When only a few atoms were pinned, the process was pretty normal. A crystal would start to form at one of these fixed points and then grow outwards, eventually turning the entire liquid droplet into a well-ordered, solid crystal. This process of solidification is fundamental. It's happening all around us, from ice forming on a lake to the way our own bodies build proteins. It's also central to countless industries, from making stronger alloys for airplanes to creating the perfect crystalline structure for pharmaceuticals. But the real magic happened when they pinned a lot of atoms. When many atoms were held in place, they started to interfere with the crystallization process. It was like putting up a series of roadblocks. The growing crystal couldn't expand, and the entire process of freezing into a regular, ordered solid was completely blocked. The most dramatic effect occurred when the stationary atoms formed a complete ring, trapping the liquid metal inside. They had created what they called an atomic corral. Once the liquid was trapped inside this atomic fence, it behaved in a way that defies our normal expectations. Even when the researchers cooled the droplet far below its normal freezing point, it refused to solidify. It remained a liquid. For platinum, which normally freezes at over 1,700 degrees Celsius, they were able to keep it in a liquid state all the way down to 350 degrees Celsius. That's more than 1,000 degrees colder than it should be. This is what's known as a supercooled liquid, but this was a special, confined version, the corralled supercooled liquid. It's a new phase of matter, a hybrid that combines properties of both solids and liquids. The outer ring of atoms is solid and fixed, while the atoms inside are still moving around like a liquid. Of course, you can't cool it down forever. Eventually, if the temperature drops low enough, the corralled liquid does turn solid, but it doesn't form a nice, neat crystal. Instead, it becomes what's called an amorphous solid. Think of it like glass. Glass is a solid, but its atoms are jumbled and disordered, just like in a liquid. This amorphous metal is highly unstable. It's packed with tension, like a compressed spring, held in its chaotic state only by the atomic corral. The moment that corral breaks, the tension is released, and the metal atoms instantly snap back into their preferred, orderly, crystalline structure. This discovery is more than just a scientific curiosity. It has profound implications. One of the most immediate applications is in the field of catalysis. Catalysts are substances that speed up chemical reactions, and they are the backbone of modern industry. Many of the most important catalysts, like those used in car exhaust systems to reduce pollution, use tiny platinum particles on a carbon support, a setup very similar to what the researchers were studying. The finding that a confined liquid state can exist for these metals could completely change our understanding of how these catalysts work. It might be possible to design self-cleaning catalysts that are far more active and last much longer, leading to cleaner industrial processes and more efficient use of precious resources. Previously, this kind of nanoscale corralling had only been achieved with particles like photons, particles of light, and electrons. To do it with entire atoms is a monumental step forward. It opens up the possibility of building larger, more complex atomic corrals, allowing us to sculpt and control matter at its most fundamental level. Imagine being able to design materials atom by atom, creating structures with properties we've only dreamed of. This level of control over rare and precious metals could lead to breakthroughs in clean technologies, such as more efficient solar panels, better batteries for energy storage, and new ways to generate clean hydrogen fuel. We are standing at the threshold of a new era in materials science, where we are not just discovering new forms of matter, but actively learning how to build them. This journey into the heart of a liquid droplet has shown us that, even in the most familiar states of matter, there are still incredible secrets waiting to be found. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the atomic world as amazing as I did, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest scientific breakthroughs. Let us know in the comments what you think this discovery could lead to. See you next time.